Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you all were fine. Let's start the class with the subject social science, political part, lesson 4. The name of our lesson is Features of a Democratic Government. Children, in the third chapter, we have learned the meaning and types of government. Now, we'll try to understand how the various elements influence the working of a good democratic government. The chapter begins with the country South Africa. For example, which was earlier governed by apartheid laws. First, we'll discuss about apartheid. Children, apartheid means separation on the basis of races. Actually, children, South Africa has people of several races. There are people whose skin color is black and who belong to South Africa. There are whites who came there to settle, and there are Indians and color races who came as laborers and traders. According to the apartheid laws, the races were not mingled with each other. They are not allowed to live with each other or even use common facilities. In South Africa, under apartheid government, trains, buses, bus stops, even the hospitals and the ambulances were separate for white and non-white. There was great difference in the standard and condition of all such facilities. The facilities were made for white were well maintained, while those for black people or non-black were not. The non-white even did not have the right to vote. They had to live on the what available land, as the best land was made and reserved for the white people. In this way, in South Africa, the policy of separation was followed, and the black and the colored people were not considered to be equal to. Children, one such place for black was the southwestern township, which was called Soweto in short. The most prominent leader of the African National Congress was Nelson Mandela, who fought against the apartheid system for many years and was imprisoned for a long time for this cause. Ultimately, in 1994, South Africa became a democracy where people of all races were considered equal. It is important for all persons to be treated equally because equality is one of the key elements of the democracy or a democratic government, along with some other important key elements which were people participation, resolution of conflict, and justice. Let's learn about people participation. How do the people participate in a democratic government? Children, people participate in decision making and they do this through the voting in election by casting their vote in election. People elect their representatives and these representatives take decisions on behalf of the people. It is believed that these representatives would take care of the people's needs, desires, and interests while making decisions. Through the election, governments are formed and they are elected for a fixed period of time. Like in India, The governments are formed for 5 years, and if they wish to govern further, they need to be re-elected by the people in the next election. Thus, through the regular election, people get the power to participate in the process of governing. If the people are not satisfied with the functioning of the government, they have the power to change their decisions in the next election by electing some other leaders as their representatives. Therefore, regular election also check and limit the power of the government. So, children, by casting their votes and electing their representatives, people participate in a democratic government. But this happens once in 5 years. How can the people participate the other times? For that, there are other ways through which people can participate in the process of government, and these ways are by taking an interest in the working of the government and by criticizing it when it's required or needed. Now, I think you have understood that people have the power to make the government realize about their desires, aspirations, and express their view to make their government understand what action it should take. They do it through various ways, such as rallies, strikes, signature campaigns, etc. Sometimes there are decisions they go against the interest of the people. Issues and responsibilities are also discussed through different forums, such as television, radio, newspaper, magazine, etc. So children, so far we have learned that people participate in the working of a democratic government. But you should always remember that all sections of the society, such as minority communities, Dalits, Adivasis, women, and others are actually not able to do so. The way for them to participate is by organizing themselves into several movements, and this movement try to challenge the government and its working or the functioning. It is required that people, this social movement, try to challenge the government and its working or functioning. It is required that the people of a country are alert and aware, so that the democratic government of a country is strong. Therefore, it is the responsibility of everyone to be aware of what is happening in his or her surrounding. So, I hope you have understood the chapter and meet you in the next class. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.